Field here in Landover. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27. Yard line.
Slow. Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32. Slow. Z. Slow. Z.
On second down, here's Taylor. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play action with Taylor. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. A shotgun snap for Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Reset. Target.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Matt Ioannidis able to drop him for a loss of 4. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come back. Target.
Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Z. Ready. 319.
On 2nd down, Taylor steps away to his left. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Richmond. Down. Green the line.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And a short gain down to about the 33. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come back. Tiger.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Come back.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He got 29 yards that time. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Taylor. And an alley to run. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Complete. Richardson has it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw on second down. Taylor. Oh, a nice spin. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Taylor now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Dancing to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston makes it fourth down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on second is Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Taylor. Looking long for his tight end read. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Slow.
Taylor going to run the option right. He gives it up. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They go play action now. Taylor eluding the pressure right. He's going to Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense has got it in their end zone, and that strip may have just saved this ball game for them. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spinning away. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Reset.
Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Space to run past the 20, and all the way down to the 17-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side, but the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield, otherwise that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Taylor under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Jordan Reed has it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Tyrod Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side him, he's got a man. It's Griffin. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now Watson dumps it complete to Miller. He's still barreling through. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Finding some room at midfield. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Back 22! Back 22! Come back!
Watson on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the 50, it's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Perkins. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's second down. To the air yet again, Watson. And this one's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Taylor, operating from the gun. A deep ball for Dotson. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doxson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Come back, come back.
The final shot before the break. Watson trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But
You're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Miller And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no. On second down, here's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, green the line! Green the line! Tiger, tiger, tiger! 56 Mike! 56 Mike! Tiger, tiger, tiger! Hey.
From the gun on third, Watson. And some room to roam now. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Ready! 319! 319!
From the gun, Taylor. Pass incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. They still can't get it. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fuller. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
3rd and 2, now Taylor. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's the backup Bradford. Over the middle, complete. That's Fuller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
3 down, Mark, 3 down.
A first down throw for Bradford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Underneath for Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Bradford on first down. Drops it to Blue, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Again, it's Bradford going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, here's Taylor. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Richardson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson. And it's second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Maurice Harris, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One day.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Huck. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. Now Thompson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Taylor now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Thompson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Thompson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the interception by the Redskins indeed leads to a touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Bradford on 2nd down. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford's lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Crowder now to return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellows up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, that's Thompson. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the 1st. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. Pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Key 26, key 26.
3rd and 2, Watson being chased out left. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. On first down, Watson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles. And I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Oh, Taylor going to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Flag 32.
On third down, it's Thompson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall. If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.